he goes, count backwards, and I go 5, 4,
so that is...
3.
Are you sure you didn't get put to sleep?
No, because I bit him. When he was doing stuff. No, but I was talking to him the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you've had done.
And then Tarly had to pick me up.
That wasn't surgery, Simon.
I don't remember a thing.
that was your
good taste in my mouth.
You were going to come on the podcast a long time ago.
Yeah.
But the timings...
You asked me to come on at the exact point I was going in to get my hair transplant.
Yeah.
And that is not a good time to come in. I couldn't even leave the house for 2 weeks.
Oh, sorry for laughing. I feel like I shouldn't laugh then.
You're allowed to laugh. It's just a hair transplant.
Yeah, no. And then you said, like, I'll come on after. But then I was like, well, how long do I give it? Like, how long?
Yeah, I didn't know either because I'd never seen someone else have a hair transplant. I spoke to Theo Baker about his, but I never saw the process or anything.
You weren't there.
No, but I don't know if he vlogged it or anything. So I never saw.
I think he did.
I never saw the progress, and I'd never watched any others. So I didn't know how it would look afterwards. And when I first had it done, it looked great for about a week. No, 2 weeks after, just scabby and disgusting. And then about 2 weeks after that, it looked about a week after that, it looked fine. And I was like, okay, it's going to grow through. But then it does this process called shedding, where all these new hairs fall out, and it looks like you're essentially losing your hair, but like it's obvious that they're there in these areas.
Yeah.
But so there's some awful photos of me on my Instagram where, like, because I still had to go and do stuff. I did a shoot for Guild where we did a FIFA tournament, and Pieface and Els the Witch and people were there, and Harry Pinero, and I was just there. And if you look at my hair in that, it's atrocious because I wasn't allowed to shave or anything. I had to let it grow.
Yeah.
So all this bit was like getting to this length, and then these bits were like tiny, and it just looked atrocious. So I was like, I'm not going to go on then. But we're 6 months in now, and it's starting to look like normal hair.
It looks sick now, I must say,
but,
honestly.
Yeah. Well, at 6 months, it's only about 50 to 60% done. So I don't have a clue how this is going to look in another 6 months.
You're going to have like an afro next. Check me out.
Where are you like, what do you want it to be?
I don't know. My hairline's been like, it was one of the biggest issues for me. Like, I've never worked in this industry, and then Jack invited me on, and I was just in an optician. So like, to me, I didn't care that much about my hairline, but on nights out...
I can't see it, so...
No. Wow.
That was a good one.
Thank you, man.
He's got one. But I used to have quite a big quiff, and I'd use the sides of my hair to hide my hairline, and I'd let that kind of grow over. And then as soon as I started the podcast, I'd see the odd comment here and there mentioning the hairline and stuff, and I was a bit like, oh fuck, this is. And as soon as I quit the opticians to work full time in this, I was a bit like, I just need to do something about it. And I was lucky enough that Soccer AM's Tubes had his done, and he just dropped a message and was like, I can ask our guys, British Hair Clinic. Massive shout out to them because I didn't have to pay. But thanks to them, I went in, and it was incredible. Best decision I've made. Because if you actually see the old pictures of my hairline, I hid it well in a lot of photos. Yeah. But if you look at it, it's atrocious. It was so bad. The amount of times I get like those McDonald's comments, I just be like, ugh. So I'm glad it's kind of sorted now. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. Did it hurt?
Yeah.
The surgery for me was about 8-9 hours long.
Oh.
And about 20 to 30 minutes was agony. Like, the worst pain I've ever had, like so much worse than like being kicked in the balls or anything. Oh, because what they're doing is it's the anesthetic, and when they're putting that into the back of your head and then the front, it's like acid going into your head. That's how they described it to me. It's like, that's the only way we can do it. It's like a burning sensation. You feel the needle go in, but the needle's not that bad. It's a tiny little Botox needle, but the anesthetic going in is, there you go. You can see what it was like before there. But yeah, it was like agony, that part, but then it all numbs, and then I fell asleep for a bit because I'm laying down on like a massage bed with your head through the little hole. I fell asleep for a bit, and then they woke me up, and I was like, okay, cool. We turned around, had a little break, and then they do the front because obviously they're picking it all out the back. Then they need to go and do the front, so they do the acid bit again. And I was like, not as bad on the front, but so painful. But now I go back in for these PRP treatments, which is where they take blood out of your arm, shake it in a centrifuge, and then take the plasma out and inject that into your head. And that's also very painful.
Does sound painful.
But that's meant to promote growth and stop hair loss, because obviously you saw from the photo there, I'd lost the hair there and there, and it was losing here, but there's still a chance I'm going to lose everything else. So now I'm taking finasteride tablets every day. I'm doing Regain, which is just a cream on your hair every day, every morning, every night, and then these PRP treatments, because I need to prevent the loss of the rest of the hair.
Right, yeah.
Because this will never go now, because I've taken it from the back of my head. If you look at really old men, you'll see they're really bald on top, but they still keep the sides and they still keep the back. Yeah. So they give you those parts of hair, knowing you'll never lose them. So if I let all this go, I'm just going to have these bits at the front.
Like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Old Ronaldo, yeah.
Maybe he had a hair transplant and never told anyone.
Maybe, actually.
There's some mad people who have had hair transplants and not mentioned it at all. Or at least, Lewis Hamilton.
Mad? Oh, no, I think I knew that one, actually. Yeah, not because I didn't know, but if you look up before and after, it's obvious.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is true or not. I swear I've read that he used to tell people that he didn't have a hair transplant. You might need to research this because I'm not 100% sure. Because if I'm bullshit, don't sue me. This is allegedly. I read something that said that he used to say that. So definitely a hair transplant, isn't it?
Yeah,
100% a hair transplant. But he used to say that it grew back because he stopped using shampoo in hotels. Like he's saying he travelled so much that shampoo in hotels was ruining his hair.
I did see a TikTok recently of a guy saying that he stopped using all hair products, including shampoo, and his hair's way healthier.
It's meant to be incredible, but can you go through that era? Because it will go through the bit where it's absolutely rank.
I think there's probably truth to both sides of it. I imagine, hotel shampoo did probably cause some problems.
Yeah, it's probably not the nicest.
I don't think you can regrow hair, though.
No.
Yeah, you're right. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about your, the treatment of it. This might be a very stupid question, but with things like that and other treatments, other surgeries, dentists, or actual proper surgery. Not that. That's not, by the way. Oh, God.
With a gun, apparently.
What do you mean proper surgery?
Like someone cuts your arm open. What I'm trying to say is, surely, right?
You mean in like life-threatening surgery?
Yes. Sorry. Surely you should always be put to sleep. Surely, right?
No. So I've been put to sleep for one surgery. I tore my ACL, and I was put to. You say sorry. You weren't there. It's not your fault.
Sorry, let's go through that.
But I tore my ACL, so they put you to sleep for that. That's a really weird. Have either of you been put to sleep for a surgery?
No, but
it's so weird.
Is it?
Because they tell you to count down. You're counting, going 10, 9, 8, and you never get to 0. You're asleep before. The next thing you know, you're awake and you just feel smashed. Like, I felt so drunk because you're on like morphine and stuff. And I was
is it because it's dangerous then? Like, is morphine dangerous? Because surely, you said you were in a lot of pain with your hair transplant. Surely you go to sleep.
I think there's options. So I know people who get their teeth done. You have the option to either be put asleep or not.
I would always take it. It makes me cringy when you're talking about it.
But I think it's just more risk with being put to sleep, isn't there?
Give me the risk, man.
Well, I went to the dentist and got loads of stuff done. Like I say a lot. It was just like a deep clean and a couple fillings.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of the dentist.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got not put to sleep, but I got the other, I don't know what the...
Numbing.
I got an injection and I don't remember it.
Were you asleep?
Anesthetic.
No.
So local anesthetic.
Local anesthetic.
Yeah, so that's...
So could you not get that for?
That's what I had. Local anesthetic just stops the pain. That was the painful part.
I don't remember it at all.
Oh, no. I remember it.
I literally, like, he goes count backwards and I go 5, 4,
so that is...
3.
Are you sure you didn't get put to sleep?
No, because I bit him. When he was doing stuff. No, but I was talking to him the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you've had done.
And then Tali had to pick me up.
That wasn't surgery, Simon.
I don't remember a thing.
that was your
good taste in my mouth. Then Talia picked me up and I was literally just constantly forgetting. So I was there talking to her saying...
Oh, they're the best TikToks, aren't they, in the Vines?
I was talking to her saying, it was so good, like I don't remember anything. And I told her that probably 19 times on the drive home. And she was like, no, Simon.
That's the drug. So that's because that's when they're always like slurring and saying the most weird things. Yeah, I don't think that's anything to do with anaesthetic. I think that might be the morphine. Because that's how I felt.
I had no... I mean, I might have had pain, but
I've heard.
Couldn't tell you.
I think Vic might have mentioned this. I heard someone who he hurt his collarbone, broke his collarbone. I've heard people have like painkillers, probably the anaesthetic.
Yeah.
Where you can't feel anything, but you can it's scraping against you. So for like teeth example, you can't feel pain, but you can feel the scrape.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I hate just as much as the pain at dentists. When they take the plaque off and they're like scraping you, it
still feels weird.
I know it's not hurting, but it is hurting me.
Yes.
I've got a gross one
to sleep,
for that.
man.
I do actually have a rank one for that.
Oh.
So I had a really bad ingrown toenail.
Cool.
And they had to put local anaesthetic in the toe to do it. And they take a needle like that.
Give it strength.
And the needle's a few inches long. And it was both sides of my toe as well, so not just one. And they put it in the side of the toes. And I'm just watching this needle go in, and it's really painful. But then it just goes really numb. And then this is rank. So then
But that wasn't the rank part.
no.
Okay.
Then she uses a needle and keeps pressing the bottom of my toe and just making sure it just feels like I'm being pressed. She's stabbing my foot or my toe, and I'm just like, no, it feels like nothing. I can feel it, but it just feels like you're just tapping me like that. And she goes, cool, let's go. Gets a scalpel and scrapes or like cuts out about 0.5 centimetre both sides of my big toe and pulls out the nail from inside the skin.
Here, even though it's too late.
Got one more little gross part to add. Pulls out the nails from the skin, and then to stop it from ever growing back there again, she puts like essentially an acid on my skin. So now my toenail on one foot is like normal, and then on the other it's about half the size because the acid will stop the toenail from ever growing back. And this is why I'm here.
Bro, I was just thinking as well, like, you're a really good, like, podcaster.
What?
No, I'm just saying you tell stories really well. Like, you know, I'm trying to take notes, man.
Thanks.
You're
Hear that, Spotify?
That was
Don't
so
get rid of me.
weird.
No, I was just, what a
I
great,
agree with you, but it was
what a
just
great
so
time we're
weird.
having. I'm like, literally, like...
He's telling you about him having
I'll
part
take
of his
it.
toe
You
removed.
told the story so well that I'm connected to it. I'm cringing up, like, but I'm...
It's quite easy to tell a story when you lived it, though.
True.
If I had to make up a story, I don't think I'd be as good. But this is just my life.
Got you, yeah. Got you.
You should try it. Go on.
Okay, well...
Have you ever had any bad injuries? Have you had local anaesthetic or anything?
I don't know.
Why am I interviewing you?
No.
You must have had some
Continue.
form of like numbing.
I'll tell you the things that have happened to me that have been bad, okay?
Okay.
When I was younger, I broke my right wrist.
Okay.
I was very young, and
Is this
my
the football?
no, I'll get onto that one.
Okay.
My mum will
go for a
my
list.
mum will fight this, and probably I probably shouldn't mention it because maybe child services will get involved.
It's a bit late.
She's
It's a little bit late.
I said that she left me on a table, went to answer the phone, and I fell off onto the towel, broke my right wrist. But she said she just left me like on the floor, but I was like stood up on the next to the leaning on it. She went to answer the phone, and I like fell over and cracked my right wrist. That's why I'm really good at writing with both hands because I was right-handed. Broke my right wrist while I was developing. Then now I write with my left.
I've seen your handwriting. You're just shit at both.
But equally shit at both. That's a skill.
Yeah.
Then the other one, this bloke kicked the football at me, and I was in goal, and it cracked.
This is the weird one, right? So they were playing football after school.
Yeah, well, it might
Or
be
lunch
Sunday after
or
church.
whatever. Yeah.
After something,
They're playing, and it's just him and his mates. How old are you?
No, me and my dad.
You and your dad?
Yeah. I was in like year 4,
Your
year
dad
5.
broke your wrist.
No.
No, some random old man
Yeah.
comes over,
Yeah.
boots the ball at him.
It was a flat football. He'd been at the pub. It was a flat football. I think he saw me and my dad playing football and thought, oh, come on, no, give us a game.
Yeah.
As if like I just play with older men. I was just playing football with my dad, and he kicked the football at me, and I was really trying to save it. Obviously, he's a really grown man, so he kicked it really hard, and it was also flat. It just broke my wrist. And my dad told me I hadn't broken it. I was like, I've really broken my wrist. It really hurts. He's like, stop being.
Did your dad say anything to the guy?
I don't know. No. Probably said good shot. No, I didn't say anything. But then 2 or 3 days later, we were around a friend's house, and her dad was a GP, and he said, "Yeah, you've broken your wrist." So I went to hospital.